What is up, Fort Huachuca? Welcome back. This is episode 6 of Kicking It with Kuhling. If you watched the last episode, we were lucky enough to have Sergeant Major Everett in studio with us. Today, I have another special guest. I have Corporal Martinez. He is the AG Army Soldier of the Year. Corporal Martinez, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, Fort Huachuca. I'm Corporal Vincent Martinez, the current S1 NCOIC with the NCO Academy here on Fort Huachuca. I've been stationed at Fort Huachuca since the beginning of 2021. It is my second duty station. Prior to here, I was stationed at Camp Humphrey, South Korea for 1 year. And I'm happy to be here today to talk to you, Sergeant Major.
All right, awesome. And I heard that you have some questions for me.
I do, Sergeant Major.
Let's do it.
Crazy, but just a little something.
All right, what do you got?
So one of the big things, me being a young NCO, and to all current young NCOs out there, Sergeant Major, from your experience as an E4, as an E5, what advice could you give to someone like me and the rest of my peers? It could be leadership, but any experiences you had, whether it be good or something you wish you knew when you were an E4 or E5 to today's Army.
Awesome, great question. Yeah, as I think about that, I think I would have tried to become a better counselor earlier on in my career. I didn't kind of catch my groove until the late staff sergeant, early sergeant first class. And I feel that my soldiers probably were degraded because of that. I wish if I could go back and have been a better counselor to some of my soldiers when I was a sergeant, I think that's what I would go back and change about me as a young sergeant Kuhling. But be passionate for sure, right? Like, we talked, this is my squad last episode, but these are your peeps, take care of your peeps. I'm a firm believer in that. And if you do that, and if you focus on that, you're going to do all right as a leader in the Army.
All right. Thank you, Sergeant Major.
You bet.
Next, so someone like myself, and again, for anyone else out there watching this video, looking to make a career out of the Army, whether it be full-time or part-time, you've done it all in the Army. You're Command Sergeant Major, you're at the top of your game, you've been in a while. What keeps you motivated today when you get up in the morning? What keeps you fired up to keep going in your career?
Another good question. And I have to say, it's the young bloods like you, the next generation of senior leaders in the Army. Mm-hmm. I still love what I do. I always said I'd do it until my brain or body gave out. Luckily, both of them are kind of working okay. But yeah, I still love the camaraderie of being a soldier, interacting with the soldiers, interacting with the people that can go out and win competitions like the AG Soldier of the Year. I was never the MI Soldier of the Year. I can promise you that. I worked hard, but I was never that cream of the crop. So I'm honored to sit with someone that has the passion and the drive to put in. There's a lot of effort that goes into doing something like that. I know it. I just met you today, but I know that you've put in a lot of hard work and effort to get to where you are at already in your career. So people like you pump me up, Corporal Martinez. So that's kind of why I still do it.
Awesome. I love it. Last question for you, Sergeant Major. So this is a saying or a motto that has been around the Army for a while. It's something I've kind of adapted into my own Army career, mainly stemming from 2021. Last year was a very busy year for me. Participated in 3 Best Warriors, participated in the TRADOC AG Soldier of the Year competition. Do you still feel it's appropriate in today's Army to teach and or live by that embrace the suck mentality? And what I mean by that, Sergeant Major, is in terms of career progression, doing those things others won't so that you can get ahead in your career, and at the end of the day, it's going to make the individual a better leader, more technically sound, and have just that sense of accomplishment when they look back on life.
All right, yeah. I'm a fan of embracing the suck. I'm not a fan of embracing the stupid. Embracing the suck when it's especially a team effort, I like that. I hate being cold, but if everyone's going to be cold, then I'm going to be cold with everyone else. Those kinds of things. In regards to development of embracing the suck, taking the hard jobs is kind of what typically gets you promoted. Right. You'll probably hear that a lot. I'm a product of that. I haven't had the roughest assignment career. I'll be the first to say that. But in those nice place assignments that I had, I was viciously trying to get the hardest job I could possibly get for my current, grade and rank. So yeah, and now for me, I don't know if I could study 14 hours a week anymore on kind of learning some of the stuff that you had to learn to be the Soldier of the Year. But it takes a special kind of drive to embrace that kind of suck.
Absolutely.
So I think you're well on the way of taking your career in the right direction, of embracing those hard jobs, those positions. Before long, you're going to be working the staff sergeant position. You'll be a battalion into S1 NCOIC, and that could be as a corporal, that could be as a sergeant. But that's going to happen to you.
Absolutely.
And instead of being like, why am I in this job? Embrace it, take on the challenge, thrive, and you're going to do all right.
Thank you, Sergeant Major.
You bet.
Absolutely.
Anything else you'd like to tell the audience?
Just like to thank you again for having me for this opportunity, and to all my peers watching, current and or future service members. Anything's possible. Like I told Sergeant Major last year, doing all those competitions, I was scared, anxious, didn't want to have anybody look down on me. It's okay to be scared, but it's not okay to quit. With preparation and with the good team support, you can accomplish anything. I thank all of my success to my team at the 304th and at the NCOA for everything that's happened to me since I've been here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm always honored to be around talented individuals like Corporal Martinez, so I'm very thankful that he came and kicked it with Kuhling. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next week for another one, so be safe.